Maycomb County, I'm B.B. Underwood. In local news, we lost some valuable members of the county, such as Miss Dubose. She passed away just the other day. Some other members we lost are Mr. Bob Ewell and Mr. Tom Robinson. But we have made some new friends in Maycomb County. They've lived here for a long time, but he has shown a lot of great courage and wisdom in the past few days. Atticus Finch, thank you. Welcome to the show, Atticus. Hello, Mr. Finch. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, can you tell me some details about what's happened in the past few days?
Well, some of the things that happened, and there's so much that has happened. Well, for instance, with Bob Ewell, basically my kids were coming home from the pageant at their school that's just around the corner from our house. And they were coming through the woods like they were taking a shortcut. And then when they were starting to come out of the woods, they got attacked by Mr. Bob Ewell.
Was this in any way to get revenge at you for anything? Has anything happened in the past that would make him want to do this to you?
Unfortunately, yes. The trial with Tom Robinson, where I basically proved that he had beaten Mayella, his daughter, and just blamed it on Tom Robinson, who had been there at the time, who she had attacked, because there's just this long-driven code that white women would not ever touch or go near black males.
So was the grudge on you just defending a black man, or what was the grudge about?
Well, I think it was mostly about my proving him to have beaten his own daughter and blamed it on Tom Robinson because she had attempted to basically...
We understand.
Yes.
You don't have to talk about it.
And it's just that even though the jury threw the book at Tom and he went off to jail, where he later, as we know, was shot while he was attempting to escape 17 times, by the way.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yes. But anyway, while he was attempting to escape, even though all this happened, even though he had won, Ewell was still angry because I had basically just proven him that he was a liar.
How have your children handled the recent events of the past few days?
I think they've handled it quite maturely. Jim has had to go through quite a lot of growing up in the past few days because he's had to finally realize that not everyone in the world is like the people in Maycomb County, because not all of them realize that it's wrong to accuse a black man just because he's black and just think that he is always going to be guilty of any type of crime that he would commit or be suspected of committing.
Very wise, Mr. Finch. Very wise indeed. How do you feel about the case, the outcome of the trial?
I feel that we could have done better if we had had just a few more people like Walter Cunningham on the jury, that we would have been able to get Tom free. Just get him out of there and not have to send him off to jail. And also, if he hadn't have run off and gotten himself shot, he might have actually been able to come back, and we might have been able to get that extra person on the jury, and we might have been able to get him free. But we'll never know that now, since he's gone.
If you could go back in time to the exact point when Judge Taylor asked you to defend Tom Robinson, would you change anything?
No, I would not. It was probably one of the best decisions I could have made in that situation.
Explain.
Well, I've always believed that if you can't... It was just one of those things that if you didn't do it the right thing, if you did not do the right thing at the time, you would never be able to live with yourself. If you made the wrong decision and you just sit down a course where if it just all went down and you could have thought, well, I could have changed that if I had have decided to do it, if I'd have done it.
Well, enough talking about other people. Let's talk a little bit about you, Atticus. What's all this one-shot Finch that's been spreading around the county recently?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just an old thing that used to happen. I used to be quite a shot with a rifle. I used to be pretty good.
So, was there any specific moment in the trial that you thought brought it all down for Tom Robinson?
Well, there was the part where he said that he felt sorry for Mayella, and as a black man, he would never be really expected to say anything like that because of once again, the code that really isn't a law. It's just something people go by. I mean, black people would never say that, even if they did feel sorry for a white person. They would never say it just because they were afraid that other white people, if they heard it, they would get seriously in trouble and beaten and other punishments. Like, it's that.
So, after all this, do you believe if Tom Robinson had lived, would you have tried to bring it to an appeal?
Yes, I would have. It would have been very nice if he had have lived and we had have been able to try that.
Do you think he probably would have been found innocent?
I think so. With more people like Walter Cunningham on the jury, just a less prejudiced jury, it would have been much better. I think he would have had a good chance, a very good chance that he would have been able to be set free.
Okay, thank you very much for your time here, Mr. Finch.
Thank you.
So, now we will have a quick commercial break, but then when we come back, we'll have an interview with Sheriff Heck Tate about local safety in Maycomb County. Good night.
Jam! We gotta make a commercial, come on!
Sorry, Dale. Okay, action.
Hi, I'm Charles Baker Harris. Please support the Make Boo Radley Come Out Fund. What we're gonna do in this fund is basically you're funding us to torment some old guy in some house that just doesn't want to come out and we want to see him. What we got now is about $24.01. But we need to reach our goal of $30. We need about $5.99. So please help us to raise this fund to make Boo Radley come out. Thank you. Okay, Jim, I think that's good enough.
You did awesome!
Good afternoon, folks, and this is Sheriff Heck Tate with your local neighborhood watch. As you know, we've had a little problem with rabid dogs in Maycomb County, so I suggest that you all go to your local veterinarian and go get a rabies shot for your dogs, just to be safe. We've had a little bit of a problem here in Maycomb County with fires just breaking out, so just be sure to not burn anything in the dry season or if the wind is blowing. Also, if your kids go out, be sure to keep an eye on them. And make sure to have them back in before dark. Also, there's been a giant recall on kitchen knives, so just be careful about your silverware. Also, folks, we've had a little mishap with a morphine addict. A moment of silence, please. But also, just remember to keep your kids off those drugs. You never know when they might accidentally take just too many, and they might die from it. And that's all the time we have here on Heck Tate's Neighborhood Watch. So, y'all have a good day.
Hi, I'm Billy Bob. I'm advertising Billy Bob's air rifles. I bet you thought that thing right there was real. Well, it's not. It's called a dramatization. This right here is not a certified rifle. It's an air rifle. It's one of my special Billy Bob air rifles. It don't shoot real bullets. It just shoots these little plastic pellet things. So you can shoot as many things as you want and they won't die. That's what makes these things right here so totally awesome. Just come on down to Billy Bob's air rifle store. We got guns, and more guns, and tons of air rifles. Special little pellets for you to choose from. Just come on down. Remember, safety first. You can shoot anything you want. You can shoot cans, birds, just make sure not to shoot a mockingbird, because then both of us will be in a lot of trouble, okay? So just come on down to my store. Yeah! That's a mockingbird. Dang it, everything. Stop turning off the camera, dang it! Turn it off! Turn it off! take a commercial. Come on.
Oh, man, my butt hurts.
Okay, cut. Sorry, Dill.
I'm gonna kill my butt on that thing. I'm sorry.